Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the immunity of our body. Immunity means the disease resistance capacity of the body. Every day we are exposed to large number of infectious agents. However, only a few of these exposures result in disease. Why? Question is, every day we are exposed to many disease causing organisms, but only a few of these exposures result in the disease. Why? What is the reason? So this is due to the fact that our body is able to defend itself from most of the foreign agents, and this ability of our body to defend from the disease causing organisms is known as immunity. In short, we can say that the disease resistance capacity of our body is known as immunity. For the immunity in our body, immune system found, and that immune system is responsible to provide the immunity or disease resistance capacity. Now, there are two types of immunity, that is the innate immunity and acquired immunity. The question is, what is innate immunity? So, innate immunity is the non-specific type of immunity, and means the non-specific type of immunity, and it is present at the time of birth. Means from the birth this type of immunity found in our body, and this type of immunity is accomplished by providing the different types of barriers that prevent the entry of microorganisms in our body. So there are different types of barriers found in our body from the birth, and that prevent our body from the entry of the different kinds of microorganisms. The different types of barriers are physical barriers, physiological barriers, cellular barriers, cytokine barriers. So now we will talk about these barriers that prevent our body from entry of microorganisms. First we will talk about the physical barriers. Physical barriers are the different kinds of physical barriers like skin. Skin covers our body and it protects our body from the entry of microorganisms from outside. Likewise, mucus coating found on the epithelial lining of respiratory tract. Mucus coating also found on the epithelial lining of gastrointestinal tract like stomach, intestine. Likewise, this mucus also found on the epithelial lining of the urinogenital tract also, and this mucus now trap the microorganisms and protect our body from the entry of germs inside the body. So these are called the physical barriers that present at the time of birth in our body like skin, mucus. Likewise, now we will talk the physiological barriers. There are many physiological barriers found in our body, like acid found in our stomach. Acid in our stomach, there is the gastric gland found, and the gastric gland secretes the HCl, and this HCl may kill the different microorganisms. Likewise, in the mouth, saliva secreted from the salivary gland. This saliva also contains the different enzymes like lysozyme enzyme that also kills the bacteria. In our eyes, tears secreted from our eyes. These tears also contain the lysozyme enzymes that can also kills the microorganisms. So this kind of barriers are the physiological barriers like acid in the stomach, saliva in the mouth, tears from the eyes. So these are the physiological barriers. Now we will talk about the cellular barriers. So different types of cells found in our body that also protect our body from the entry of microorganisms. The different types of cells are the leukocytes or WBC. Some leukocytes or WBC are macro are the phagocytic. They can eat the microorganisms and destroy the microorganisms like neutrophils. Neutrophils are also called the polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Polymorphonuclear means the morphology of nucleus is different types. So means there are the different types of neutrophils having the different types of nucleus found. In some there is the bilobed nucleus, trilobed nucleus. So these neutrophils are also called the polymorphonuclear leukocytes. So these neutrophils can eat the microorganisms and can destroy. Likewise, the monocytes are also the kind of WBC. The monocytes are the largest WBC. They are also phagocytic in nature, means they can also eat the bacteria and microorganisms and kills or destroy the microorganisms. Similarly, natural killer cells are also found. This is also a type of lymphocytes. So natural killer cells can also destroy the microorganisms. Beside these leukocytes, monocytes that we talk, neutrophils, monocytes, natural killer, these are found in our blood and protect our body from the different germs or microorganisms that enter in our body. Likewise, the macrophages, these are also the type of cells that found in our tissues. These macrophages are also phagocytic. They can also eat the microorganisms and can destroy the microorganisms. So these are the cellular barriers that includes the different kinds of WBC like neutrophils, monocytes and the natural killer cells. Likewise, in the tissues, the macrophages cells are found that can also destroy the microorganisms. Now we will talk the cytokine barriers. The cytokine barrier, actually, what is this cytokine barriers? Actually, virus infected cells, the cells in our body which are infected by the virus, secrete a kind of proteins that is called the interferons. The interferons are the type of proteins, and these interferons now protect the other non-infected cells from the virus. So this is called the cytokine barriers. So cytokine barriers now includes that is the virus infected cells that produce the interferon or a type of protein, and these interferons now protect the other non-infected cells from the virus. Now we will talk the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity is the pathogen specific immunity and it develops in our lifetime. So this is the pathogen specific type of immunity that we say that acquired immunity. And this is the pathogen specific and it is based on the memory, or you can say that this type of immunity is characterized by the memory. When our body encounters a first infection, our body gives a mild response that is called the primary response. When our body encounters a pathogen for the first time, produces a response that is called the primary response, which is of low intensity. But if the body encounters the same pathogen again, it gives the secondary response which is highly intensified. So this shows that our immune system have the memory of the first encounter, we can say. So this acquired immunity that we are talking, that is the pathogen specific, and it is based on or characterized on the basis of memory. We can say that this is the characterized by memory, because when our body encounters a pathogen first time, our body gives a mild or we can say that produce the response that is of response of low intensity, that is called the primary response. But if our body encounters the same pathogen again, in that condition, body gives the highly intensified secondary response. it means we can say that our body have ability to memorize the first encounter, and that's why it is giving immediate highly intensified response for the second encounter of the by the same pathogen. So now there are two types of response we can say, that is the primary response and the secondary response. So when the body encounters a pathogen for the first time, the body gives the primary response. But if the body encounters same pathogen again, that gives the secondary response, that is highly intensified, and this proves that the body have the ability to memorize and keep the memory of the first encounter. Now we can say that this primary and secondary response takes place with the help of two types of lymphocytes, that is the B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. These are the different types of lymphocytes, and these lymphocyte cells are responsible for to give this primary and secondary response. Now you can see that there is a structure of the antibody. Actually, how these B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes fight against the disease causing organisms, or how it gives the acquired immunity to our body, we will discuss. Actually, this B lymphocytes produces a kind of protein that is called the antibodies. This B lymphocytes cell, these are the type of cell that produces a kind of protein that is called the antibodies, and these antibodies now binds with the antigens or pathogens, we can say, binds with the bacteria, binds with the microorganisms or disease causing organisms. And after binding, the antigen antibody reaction occurs, and these antibodies now neutralize the action of antigens. So this B lymphocyte, now we learned about how this B lymphocyte protect our body against the disease causing organisms by the help of producing antibodies. And another one is the T lymphocytes. Actually, T lymphocytes help the B lymphocyte to produce the antibodies. There are different types of antibodies secreted or produced in our body. Here you can see that the immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin is a type of protein. Immuno means that gives the immune capacity in our body. So name is given like the immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin M, immunoglobulin E, immunoglobulin G. Some immunoglobulin like the immunoglobulin A also secreted from the mother's milk in the milk that's secreted during the first 2-3 days after the delivery, that is called the colostrum, that also contain the immunoglobulin A, and that immunoglobulin A also develop the immunity in the child or infant. So there are the different types of antibodies, and now you can see the structure of a typical antibodies. This antibody, it is a molecule. That molecule consists of 4 peptide chains. Peptide chains means the chain of amino acid. Now we can see that there are the 2 light chains. This is the one light chain. There is also another light chain, and the 2 heavy chains. These are the 2 heavy chains. So this an antibody molecule consists of the 4 peptide chains, that is the 2 light chains and the 2 heavy chains, and these chains are connected by the disulfide bond, and you can see that there is the binding site for the antigen. There is also, this is the binding site of the antigens, where the antigens can bind with the antibody, and then antigen antibody reaction occurs, and this antibody neutralizes the action of the antigen. So antigen, or you can say that the pathogens. So now we learned about the structure of an antibody. The structure of antibody is also called the H2L2 type of structure, means the two heavy chain and the two light chain, and these chains are connected by the disulfide bond, and this is the peptide chain. Peptide chain, you know that this is the chain of amino acid. In the chain of amino acid, there will be the one terminal of is the N terminal. Now you can see that there is the N terminal, and this is the another terminal, that is the C terminal, means at the one end there will be the amino group, and at the another end there will be the carboxylic group, acid group. We can say that the C terminal. So this is the structure of a typical antibody. So this is called the H2L2 type of antibodies. Now actually these antibodies are found in our blood. These are secreted or produced in our blood. So this, because of the antibodies present in our blood, such kind of immunity is also called the humoral immune response. Humoral, or you can say that the antibody mediated immune system. The humoral means you can say that the body fluid. The body humoral, what means the body fluid? Actually antibodies are found in the blood. So blood is the fluid. So that's why this kind of response, immunity, is also called the humoral immune response, or we can say that this is the antibody mediated immune response, because it takes place by the help of antibodies. Now we talk the another type of immune response, that is called the cell mediated type of immunity. Actually T lymphocytes are responsible for the cell mediated immunity in our body. Antibody mediated, actually this is the B lymphocytes are responsible for the antibody mediated immunity, because antibodies are produced by the B lymphocytes. Likewise the T lymphocytes are responsible for the cell mediated immunity, and this we can say that these T lymphocytes cells are also responsible for the rejection of the graft, or you can say that the rejection of the transplant. Actually many people opt for the transplantation if their body organs are failed, not working, like the kidney transplantation or heart transplantation. Different kinds of transplantation occurs of the different organ in our body, like eye transplantation, liver transplantation. But we cannot take the organ of anyone because our body may reject that graft. This is also called the grafting. If we attach the organ of one body into the another body, this is also called the grafting. So this graft or transplant may be rejected sooner or later by our immune system, and for this rejection T lymphocytes are responsible, because they are cell mediated. In our body there is the capacity to differentiate or identify the self and non-self. माने self माने अपने body का self, and the non-self means the cell coming from outside. They can identify, they can differentiate. So if we graft or if we transplant an organ of any other person, that will be the cell from outside. So in that condition our body, our immune system identify that cell from foreign cell, and it may be rejected. And that's why before transplantation tissue matching is essential. Likewise the blood group matching is essential. Sometimes after transplantation patient has to give the immunosuppressant drug also, that जो कि immune system को suppress करके रखे, so that this transplant or graft is not rejected by our immune system. So some patient who have undergone the grafting or transplantation, they have to take the immunosuppressant drugs for whole life, because our body has ability to differentiate or identify the self and non-self self. And if the foreign cell, if we add the graft or the transplant from any other person, our body may be reject, because our immune system identify that non-self or the foreign cell, and it may react with that transplant or react with that graft, and it may be rejected. And that's why before grafting or transplantation, tissue matching, blood group matching. Likewise beside this, the patient has to take the immunosuppressant drugs whole life, so that they can survive and their transplant or graft may work in the body. Thank you.